how trusts fit within your entire real estate world, and how this is going to really revolutionize how you think about your real estate. Paradigm what? Shift, baby. All right. How many of you are enjoying what you're learning so far? You learning a lot? Oh, yes. We're just getting started. It's a beautiful thing. All right. So what I'm sharing with you right now is what we call our wealth system. And this is the soup to nuts conversation of how we build a real estate business, a multi-million-dollar real estate business. So the game begins at what? Go. Just like Monopoly, your game is going to begin today at Go. Now we are going to leave Go as quickly as possible, and we are going to go to buy right and buy cheap. Now how many of you are cheap in this room? Okay. Then you have come to the right place. Because that means that you understand the value of a dollar, right? You can create a really great opportunity. Is it better for you? Would you like to be up on front? I'm sorry. Michael? Is it? Would you like to be on front?
This is perfect.
Okay, that's perfect. All right. So we're going to buy right and we're going to buy cheap. One of the things you want to learn about buying real estate is that you make your money going in. You realize your money while you own it and when you go out, but you make your money going in. That means you got to buy right, buy cheap, or you're going to be left behind. And you're going to waste your time. And your time is precious. You should not be wasting your time on deals that don't make money. The transactions that I enter into have to make a cash flow. Even upside down properties, when we know that we're going to do a foreclosure defense on them, we are going to take that property, subject to the existing loan, and we're going to hold it long term. We're going to hold it long term. And we're going to get huge benefits from doing it this way. Cash flow. How many of you think cash flow is an important thing? It's critical, right? Cash now for your bills, cash flow ongoing. So your cash flow becomes a major opportunity to quit the job. How many of you still work for somebody else? Wow. How many of you rather not work for somebody else? Okay. Good. Then you're spending your Saturday wisely. So we're going to learn to create income to get out of the job. Next, we use tax benefits to legally reduce our taxes. Now, this is a biggie. So I'm going to take a moment to explain how this fits in our overall scheme of things. Our system is designed around finding the buyer when? Before we even buy. When the buyer comes in, we determine what their credit looks like and determine which category of home to put them into. So we have several programs that we promote. Rent, to own, owner finance, and cash sale. Now, we have have a marketing system that we use. The system generates leads, a huge number of leads. And what happens is, as those leads come in, about 60% of those leads are going to be rent. About 20% are going to qualify today, right now, as rent-to-own. About 10% are going to qualify right now today when they respond to your marketing as owner financing, and about 10% are going to qualify right now today as cash buyers. They actually have credit good enough to buy a home. Is that a good thing? All right. So, when we turn this marketing machine on, we know already that we're going to end up with a certain blend of human beings, a certain blend of opportunities that allows us to build a multi-million-dollar business. Now, we have unique things that we do within our way of doing business, let's say. First of all, rental. We have something called a standard rental agreement. This rental agreement is loaded with profit centers and protection. One of the profit centers, pet fees. Another profit center, pet rent. Another profit center, extra person rent. When extra people show up in your property. How many landlords do we have in the room? Lovely. How many of you have ever had extra people move into your property? Isn't that fascinating? How that works.
Especially in Southern California.
Especially in Southern California. It's not just one, right? It's like a whole family moves in. So, we've got extra person rent. It's $100 per person, retroactive to the beginning date of the agreement if they don't cut a deal with you. So what it is an income booster. It encourages them to tell you about the people moving in so that you can cut a deal with them. If they don't cut a deal with you, it is retroactive to the beginning date of the agreement. How many of you love that plan? See, that's built into our system. By the way, the pets work the same way. They tell you about the pet, you cut a deal. We have above the knee rule, below the knee rule. We have prices for both.
Oh my God.
How big is this, and how big and how ugly is this thing? And then we charge accordingly. And we have the opportunity then to know about the pet moving into the property and to get paid for that. If they don't tell us about it, it's already built into the agreement that if they move the pet in, we find out about it, then we get paid for that. And it's retroactive to the beginning date of the agreement. See, these are examples of how our standard rental agreement. You're talking to an old, dyed-in-the-wool landlord. I know what these critters do. I call them alien beings from another planet that have been sent here to trick us. They've been sent here to make us think they're like us. But they're not. They come from a different planet. So we have to what? Plan accordingly. We have to prevent the problem before it occurs. Intellectuals solve problems. Geniuses prevent them. So, for example, security deposits. Are security deposits an issue? Yeah, you got to collect it. You got to put it in a separate bank, right? A separate bank account. You got to disclose the bank account. And here, do you have to pay interest on that bank account to them as well? So yeah, of course, imagine that in California. Okay, so we don't have security deposits. We don't have any. We don't collect security deposits. We get a move-in fee. It's a fee. Now, what's a fee? Fee is like money. It's cash. It's what? Non-refundable. See that security deposit you had to put in that bank account, you can't spend that, can you? You're not supposed to anyway. You're not supposed to. Can you spend a fee?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, you can spend a fee. So, and that fee is usually equivalent to about 1% of the value of the property. Now, that's not to say that they can't get paid. We have a separate thing that we give them, that we give them a schedule of payments, and we will pay them when they properly notify us. We will pay them for a clean stove, a clean refrigerator, clean carpet, clean walls. Do you like that program? So we actually have a schedule of things that we will pay for when they move out. And the cool thing is they did that all on their time while they were paying you rent. Is that a good plan? It's a beautiful thing. See? So we collect the money up front as a move-in fee. We spend it. And then when it's time for them to move out, they properly notify us. By the way, that's a 60-day notice period. They have to give us 60 days notice to qualify. And then we come in, inspect the property, give them a list of things they have to do, and a list of what we will pay for those things to be done. Good plan? All right. Now our rent-to-own plan, we get at least 3.5%. And that is an option fee. A fee is what? Non-refundable. We can spend it. It's a beautiful thing. Our owner finance is 10%, a minimum of 10% down payment. And then cash sale is good enough credit and good enough down payment. So what happens is when you start marketing to people on the Path to Home Ownership program and they get excited about it, many of them think they don't have good enough credit. But once we analyze their credit, we determine it is good enough. And we're able to put them into a property right away. So that means that we control everything. Because now we can actually go on the MLS and find a property that matches what they are looking for. Then we can go negotiate that deal at a discount and buy that property and sell it on the same day. Is that a good thing? Yeah. Now you're going to see how beautifully this ties in with the trust. Because the trust as a buyer can sell the property or even the beneficial interest in the trust the same day. But back to our premise that we're talking about, tax benefits. Let's see. This one. Let's say that you are building a business that has multiple streams of income. And this business has multiple real estate portfolios. So one portfolio is your rent and your rent to own. And this portfolio provides a wonderful thing in the tax code. What's that called? Depreciation, right? Depreciation. Now tell me if this is how it's done. You to take the property, deduct an amount for land, take the balance, and then write it off over how long? How long? 27 and a half years, right? That's how it's done, right? Wrong. That's not the street smart way. Paradigm what? Shift. Parallel what? Universe. There's the people that know and the people that don't. They have two different answers. The people that know do things different than the people that don't. Is that true? Is that true of attorneys? Attorneys don't know everything there is to know, right? CPAs don't know everything there is to know, right? Aha. So I have a saying, the secrets are hidden out in the open. There's opportunities for every one of us, but until it's shown to us, we don't see it. Is that true? Knowledge is, anybody remember that? Knowledge is power and what? Money. Now I'm about to give you some knowledge that's a game changer for you. Because we do something more. How many of you would like to double your depreciation in the first 5 years of a property? Would that be a good thing? Why would that be a good thing? Tax savings because you can use your what? Losses, right, to offset your ordinary income. So your ordinary income is fully taxable, but that can be offset by depreciation. The more depreciation you have, the more you can write off. Is that right? Yeah. Holy cow! Isn't that a good thing? So what we're going to add to the mix here is a thing called componentization.